The air conditioner in the kitchen broke. This is a great quality machine, very reliable and built to last. But as with all good equipment, it has service points. And this unfortunately has reached very abruptly a service point at an inopportune time. The motor has locked up, the fan motor, and it just needs some oil to get it running perfectly fine again. But there's no oil ports on these motors, so it's like at least a 3+ hour production to do that service, and I'm just not interested in doing that on a 85-degree day with full humidity. So we're going to just swap something else in here for now and revisit this in the winter time, which in all honesty is fine with me because now I can enjoy one of my other machines. It was pretty much time to swap this out anyways. This has been in here all year. Now, a lot of people ask me why I don't typically use filters in the machines, and it's because I just don't put enough hours on them. Now, this is the filter I put in at the beginning of the year, and I mean there's a couple of bugs in there, which is kind of odd, but it's hardly dirty. So, I mean there is some dirt, but it's not much, so that's why I don't bother with the filters half the time. Okay, I am dreading this removal because this, for whatever reason, was kind of difficult to get in. Once you get to like the 12K, 14K range, it starts to become a little bit of a chore to do one person. I can certainly do it, and I've put the living room one in by myself before, but it's just not fun. I almost wanted to put a smaller one in here because I think that the heat's going to start winding down. We're getting into August now, which can be very hot. August can certainly produce some hot days, but it's mostly just the humidity at this point. So I thought about putting like an 8 or 7 in here, but with the way the storage situation is, I have nowhere to put this unless it's a like-for-like swap. I've got a spot to put a 12 if I take a 12 out, so that's what's going back in here, another 12. If I put an 8 in here or 7 in here, I wouldn't have a spot to put this. So I believe I put this in partially from the outside. So I did set up the ladder, and if we need to go outside and push it in, we can do that. Now I believe that this sash is not holding any weight, but for some reason it won't go up. Yeah, I think this is where I need to go outside and kind of push it up and in from the outside a little bit. Okay, I think I got it. Yep. That actually was not as bad as I thought. It was worse getting it in. It might be because when I was putting it in, I wasn't angry. Now I'm irritated, so I have no strength to push through this. Hello? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello?
Oh, hi. I am the assistant to the director here for the Federal Back Tax Alleviation.
Oh, shut up, jerk. Stupid scamming garbage.
That's not ideal. I lost the block. Where's the dolly? Okay. It's out. That wasn't too bad. Oh, I can't close that, so we'll just get bugs in the house. I'm not sure this is worth the trouble, but I really hate bugs, so I'm going to try to keep them out. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. Whatever, I tried. You know what, I'm gonna grab the sash because I have to clean up the other unit before we put it in. So it's gonna be a couple hours before we get the replacement installed. That was a stupid idea. It didn't work. Good. Now we can work slowly and not worry about bugs and birds or whatever the heck else coming in. I'm grabbing the battery while we're up here. It's quite a few hours later. I've got the replacement unit cleaned up. It's a Carrier XC series 1 ton. And I think I'm actually going to like it better than what I had because this thing is quiet. It's got to be among the quietest 12K I've ever used. Which is what we kept saying about the betters, but even this blows it out of the water. It's unbelievable how quiet this thing is. Alright, so we've got our wood here. We've got this block here for the top. And we just have to hope that the fan is totally screwed up. This is a problem. This was a problem when I was servicing it. The fan keeps hitting the back of the I'm not in the mood for this right now. The fan keeps hitting the back of the condenser because the condenser is floating. You know, it's all rotted out. So the floating condenser, it just doesn't cooperate. I gotta take it out of the sleeve again. Where's the best place to do that? There's nowhere good up here to do that because it's going to mess up the floor. This really bites. It really does. I thought I had sorted this out before I brought it up here, but inherently I did not. I guess I'll bring it in the living room and do it in the tile area. Really hope this does not prove to be a reoccurring issue. If it does, we're going to have to do something else. What is up with this fan? I don't really want to push it back any further because it's going to get caught on something, but I can't reach the fan yet. What's it hitting on now? It's a different sound. That's hitting the coil itself. The whole coil is like moved back too far. All right. Let's see if that does it. My concern is that as we put it in the window, it's inevitably going to flex a bit from the window to pick it up, which normally would not be a problem if the unit was not flexible on the bottom as much as it is. Alright, we're still good. Should I just try to carry it in the window? No, this thing's pretty heavy. These carriers are good stuff, but they're heavy. This one's pretty large too, which is making it even more difficult to maneuver. I might be able to just push the condenser back with like a screwdriver or something through the register once I get it in, if that happens again. And I think it's going to. I'm very confident that it's going to happen again. I just don't know how to avoid it. I need to pick it up from this side, so you need to be on the other side. Here we go. I feel like this screen is going to be in the way. There we go. This is a tight fit. It's like 1/8 of an inch off over here. I refuse to accept that this does not fit in the window. This is going to fit in the window. Whether it's physically possible or not, it's going to. Tell me it doesn't fit. I knew it was going to be close, but you know what the problem is? The problem is the stupid outer part of the window is wider than the inner part where I measured. It's through the inner part, but it's not going to fit through the outer part. See? Like I said, it's going in the window if it's physically possible or not. And then it goes. That fan's got to be so screwed up by now, though. Sorry neighbors, I don't usually make this much noise at night. I'm gonna have to go on the outside, I think, and pull this through the rest of the way. And I think I'm gonna have to support this from the back because it's not fitting quite right here. That's the best I can do without pushing it from the front at the same time. I guess that's good enough. It's actually making a pretty good seal as it is with these, whatever those things are, except for the bottom. I'll have to put a piece of foam on the outside. Okay, it's not sitting on this piece of wood. It's supposed to be. Okay, now it fell back a little bit more. I'm going to try to push it back again. I'd like this to be like that. It's going to be a Christmas in July miracle if this fan is still spinning. It's not. Alright, let me see if I can finagle that, although I bet if I secured this a little better, I could probably slide it in and out of the case because the frame is so stuck in the window. That sounds like the condenser again, so if I can just open the window here and push it back, which I think I can do. That's dangerous. Oh yeah, I just moved that condenser. It's a Christmas in July miracle. Alright. It's in there, the fan is spinning freely. Let's get this room carrier cold. But I am just drenched. Wow, that is so quiet. These things are a little bit noisy. That's just that. Probably just put like a wire tie around there or something to hold that in place. So what's getting bent in the window is the screen track. So I may have to fix that and I'll start using the window fans again. What can I put around that to tone it down a bit? It's always just going to be directed straight forward, so I'm not worried about losing the adjustability functionality. Use one of those Chinese takeout container clips. As I figured it would be, that was well worth every minute of that fiasco. But a fiasco it was. Holy mackerel. I think it's making a pretty good seal. If it's not, it's just going to be right underneath there, which we'll fix with blue tape, because that's the getaway. I don't know how I'm going to get this thing out of here. I think that'll be a call to Kevin for help. Wet, just like this coil. This thing is so quiet, unbelievable. It's all just compression noise too. There's no fan noise at all on low. Not even really any on medium either. High, it's really not that bad. Blows the air clear across the room. Nice. Well, that was not easy. It took the entirety of my evening, but it was well worth it. All right, I'm going to rinse the cover off outside, and then I'll put that on. I put the cover on, and I just straight up forgot to film it. So that's that. I just washed the filter. It's still wet. I made sure to make sure that it's wet in case, you know, so that when we put it in, maybe it'll throw some codes, whatever that's supposed to mean. There's absolutely nothing wrong with putting the filter in wet. It does no harm to anything. It'll dry out in minutes. It's inconsequential. Putting it in wrong? It just takes a bit of effort to click it in place. Coil is soaking wet top to bottom, just the way it should be. There's already condensation pouring out the back. Unfortunately, it's just spilling out from all over the place, but oh well, nothing you can do about it. This is just a result of the condition of the base panel. machine drilled its own drain hole. It knew what was best for it. Alright, this install is complete. Sounds from wiping up all the filter water on the floor. Nope, didn't throw any codes. Alright, that's a wrap on this one. A very challenging install, but we got it. This is, it's present, but it's kind of busted. So, I don't know. It's a little difficult to use for now, so we'll have to fix that. But I do have that as well. So that's it for this one. This is probably going to be here for the rest of the year. We're already into August, so cooling season is on the tail end. When it starts getting cooler out, you know, like only 70s and 80s, just still humid, I will probably throw a smaller one in next to it. Although we'll have to see how it handles. This running on low might dehumidify very nicely, not drop the temperature too quick. Time will tell. But for now, it's a really nice machine, very quiet. And I can already feel it's getting much cooler in here.